Hello everyone, welcome back to another bedwars video. Today I'm going to be looking into the brand new bedwars practice mode that was just released today. I have not played it yet. The only thing I know about it is just from what I've seen in screenshots on Twitter, mainly those posted by Opmine. I'll put screenshots up on the screen right now. And so let's look into it. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is right when you get into the lobby, there's a new NPC just entitled Practice, and inside of it there is Bridging Practice and MLG Practice. And I also believe in all of these NPCs, there's just Practice in the bottom corner. Wait, does the color change? The color changes, that's pretty cool. So first I guess I'll just go to the bridging. Okay, so I just want to quickly mention that I already tried recording this video, but I accidentally never unpaused the recording after my intro, so now I have to re-record everything, which is fantastic. So the first thing I did notice is that we have these 4 stacks of blocks and obviously that target platform, which is a lot like other bridging servers like MCPlayHD or Anti-AC or bedwarspractice.club. When you first actually start bridging, it begins counting your time, which makes sense, but I also really like how on the sidebar it shows your speed, which I think is unique. I don't think other servers do that, or at least not that I remember, I guess. But this kind of thing is really good to people who are new at bridging. Like, if they're unconfident in their speed bridging skills, then this will help them, obviously. Without having to go to a different server or go to housing or actually just practice in-game, this is a good way to just do it alone without any pressure. And I think that's a really good way to introduce it to players. There's also a lot of settings over here, and you can right-click the comparator and you can change the distance that the other platform is. So by default 30 blocks, but you can also change it to 50, 100, and infinite. So I guess we'll just see how far I can go. Okay, I think I'm going to stop around the 30-second mark, but this is pretty cool. So there we go. I made about 77 blocks in 30 seconds. I just flat bridged, but I mean, that time's obviously pretty beatable. But I think that's pretty good. I do like this, how you can just go as long as you're able to. And then also you are able to, you know, have this fixed distance, but you can also have like an incline, so the platform goes higher, and you can make it diagonal. So I guess we'll just go for this now. Okay, it looks like you can't actually place blocks, so you have to start on this platform, which is fine, I guess, but I don't know. My first reaction was just to go a bit to the side for my diagonal bridge, but whatever. I don't actually know how high to go. I didn't really check. Okay, I'm like almost at the right height. I might have to switch my stack of blocks. I kind of just assumed it would automatically refill, but it did not, which is fine. I mean, 4 stacks is plenty, obviously. So now I'm going to go look at the other mode. There's MLG, which just by default, we have a water bucket and a big platform. You just have to water clutch, which isn't very hard. But there's a lot more settings here. You can change the size of the platform, so that's 3x3. And then you can also just do a 1x1 platform. And obviously that's like the hardest, but I think I just prefer doing it that way. And you can also just change how high you have to drop. So like this is a medium distance, and then this is the furthest distance that they have, which is actually pretty far. There we go. And then you can also randomize the platform position, so that way there's not just a platform in the center every time, it's randomly off to the side, which I like that. I think it's a bit more practical, so you get more used to different angles. And then you can also use a ladder instead, which I actually read in the forums that it was like one of their advertising points was ladder clutching, which I'm pretty bad at. Let's see how this goes. Oops. There we go. Man, I'm bad at ladder clutching. But there's also this other thing which shuffles the item after jumping. So what that means is when you're partway down, it'll put this ladder in like a random slot of your inventory and you just have to hotkey to it. Which is good for reaction, but I don't really know how practical that is. Like, I just feel like if you have ladders or water or something, you'll put it in a slot you can easily hotkey to if you're actually going to need it to clutch. And then again, I don't really see people clutch with water very often at all. I mean, it's not unheard of, it's just uncommon. But let's try this. Oh no. Oh wow, that took forever. Oh my god. That is really hard, or maybe I'm just bad, but I had to like center the platform again and raise the height a little bit. I do think that should be made a little easier. Maybe I just have really bad reaction time, but I think it should just shuffle your hotbar a little earlier. Overall though, I do think this is a really good addition to Hypixel, although it will definitely need some updates. I know in the lobby it says on version like 0.1, which just kind of implies that it's going to get more updates, which is good. I do think it needs things that are on like other servers like Bedwars Practice and Anti-AC, especially like actually getting hit off a bridge and block clutching. Like there'll be scenarios where you have to like wall run, or like you'll take damage and have to block clutch and save yourself. And I think that's really important to Bedwars too, or at least it'll help you a lot in games. But right now this is really just bridging and MLG clutching, which isn't bad, but it will get boring pretty quick. It's definitely good for like warming up, but I still don't think I'd use it very much personally to warm up when there's just things like the bridge and also like other ways to practice actual block clutches. So as long as there's like a mode of block clutches added to this, I'll be pretty happy with it. I mean, I am pretty happy with this. I'm definitely glad that Hypixel decided to add it, as it's definitely a good addition to Bedwars, especially for people who aren't very familiar with, you know, speed bridging or ladder clutches, I guess. I really don't feel like water bucket clutching is very common in Bedwars, however, it is fun to do. But I definitely think this bridging practice is very good, especially for new players who don't really know how to speed bridge, or even experienced players who know how to speed bridge, but still, you know, people will mess up a lot of the time or just become inconsistent over time. So this is a good way to practice that without having to go to like different servers or housing, or even like having to practice in-game all the time. So this is a nice break from that, just being solo and not having any pressure on you. And I know there's going to be people making videos like telebridging in this mode, or god bridging, or getting the world record in this mode, but I mean that happens on like every bridging server, and they're fun to watch. I mean, I don't know how to like god bridge or anything, but I can breezily sometimes. Nope. I'm definitely not consistent enough at this to do it like in-game, but I guess I'm not bad at it. I might make it here this time. There we go. 9.26 seconds, that's like my new best. That's pretty cool. And I mean, this will definitely be a good way for me to practice that if I ever want to get good at that, but we'll see. But anyways, this was just a bit of a shorter video today to check out this new mode and get my first impressions on it. Like I said, I do hope they add more to it, like block clutching off of bridges and stuff, but either way, I definitely think it's a good addition to the server, and I really like it. So thank you everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.